I want to clarify. I'm a direct victim of Will and his disgusting behaviours. It doesn't matter what she looks like. Ugly bitches can get groomed, okay?
These are the little things I would catch him saying and doing that I would clock. This is what I mean. These are the kind of...
Wait, what? What? Incest? Okay, the terms have changed. We have decided that we are cancelling Wilbur Soot, a glorious white Englishman, for cream pieing a Caribbean woman.
I'm being so serious, guys. Guys, I'm laughing because I just can't even believe it.
Anyway, what is going on? Right, come on, let's get into this. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, dude, we new rape allegation. New allegation just dropped. It's Minecraft rape time. The Minecraft rape apocalypse season 4 is now in effect. Okay, so a little while ago we covered Wilbur Soot. Wilbur Soot is a Minecraft YouTuber who has also done music and stuff like that, and he was accused by someone called Chud of engaging in a relationship in an abusive manner, including biting her and other behaviours that were, you know, not particularly great. Now, it was a mixed bag. I think there was some stuff where it seemed that there was an overexpression of his behaviour. I think Chud was clearly emotionally affected by this and probably overstated certain aspects of it. I think I'd have been more willing to be more defensive of Wilbur Soot, but his behaviour following it kind of diminished that, because he put out like a brief statement and that was it really. And he didn't really seem to meaningfully or substantively respond further. And I can't remember exactly how it went down. I just remember thinking, okay, this Wilbur Soot guy seems to be pulling a bit of a fast one, okay? But I think based on certain material, like the biting thing sounded ridiculous, but he was biting. He was definitely biting. You know. Oh, that was it. Thank you. Yes. There was someone else that came out, and I don't think he even bothered responding to that. I don't think he even engaged with or responded, the person that made another allegation. So it was a bit like, okay, that seems a bit weird. So you're not even going to fucking respond to that? Like, I don't know, you're just going to ignore that, I guess. Anyway. Now, a person has come forward and has said that Wilbur Soot has groomed. So apparently the evidence of this has been deleted in terms of the original stream about it, but we got someone that has helpfully provided some clips, and we got a few images to paint a picture. Okay, so as always, ladies and gentlemen, a man's life hangs in the balance as we enter a return to the Minecraft rape apocalypse. Let's get into it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is obviously Tommy in it. And this is another person called Rue, I think, is their name. I don't fucking know who these people are. So I'll just read this that Arsene has sent to me, which hopefully gives us a bit of insight, okay? Remember Wilbur Soot, the Brighton biter? He's been accused of grooming and sexually assaulting Hey I'm Rue, who is Tommy Innett's roommate and Katie Bug's best friend. She came out and said she was a victim a year ago, but it was only today when she went into detail on a TikTok live. There's no full archive of the full live, only clips of it. The sexual assault in question is that they were in bed together, Wilbur was half asleep, and he kissed her. He then proceeded to grab her and fill her up. What? Okay, dude. I'll give it a chance, guys. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. What's the grooming? How old was she at the time, I guess? Maybe she'll explain. She'll probably explain, okay? Now, There are some supplementary images here, which we're going to have a quick look at. So we've got this post here. I want to clarify. I'm a direct victim of Will and his disgusting behaviours. It has really affected me. I will speak on it in more detail when I feel ready to. There is so much to be said. I need to gather my thoughts and feelings first because right now they are flying everywhere. So this is something that actually I think was discussed back when these allegations dropped originally. But I guess this is now her, you know, saying her thoughts and feelings about it more recently, I guess. They went to the gas station. And then we've obviously got these two images. So there's them with Katie Bugs and with Tommy in it. And then these messages here. I am also a victim. I will do with my voice what I think is fair. Her abuser is my abuser. Read that again. If Shelby said it, you would believe it right away. Rightfully so. Obviously, you have the right to talk about Wilbur, but genuinely, what does this have to do with Dream? You have no idea how much it does. Just be patient and the truth will always prevail. Okay, interesting. Wait, what? Stop talking about what she looks like. It doesn't matter what she looks like. That's irrelevant. Ugly bitches can get groomed, okay? Can we not with this, please? Anyway, here's the archive. Let's have a look and see what we think.
It started to not feel right when it had been happening for a while at this point. And then, rather than it being like us being root best friends, because that's what he would call me, he'd say, my best friend, I love you. I'd be like, you're my best friend, I love you, old man. Strange old man. It stopped turning from that, and then slowly went into me feeling really like there was a level of guilt I felt for some reason, or like I was doing something bad or wrong. And then
right, maybe she gets into it. What are the ages here? What are the ages involved? The ages of the individuals are going to have a big impact on my assessment of whether or not I consider this grooming. Are we talking about, you know, two adults? Are we talking about an adult and someone that's a minor that's 17, 13? They met when she was 17. Well, Arson, I'm going to have to take your word for it because you seem to know quite a lot about this, okay? They met when she was 17 and she's 19, 20 now. Why are you saying she's 37? I don't think that's true.
when that happened, and then I started, like, we were still doing it, I was like, okay, now this feels, I feel pukey and nauseous, and, like, this makes me feel uncomfortable, and this doesn't feel right. Like, you know, diff. Yeah, that also when I realised his age, I put myself in his boots and his position, right? I'm like, I would never go anywhere fucking near someone of that age if I were his age that they were at the time. Like, what the fuck are you fucking doing?
Catty Bug in that photo is her after she hit the gas station weed.
Thank you for the super chats. Yeah, the audio is terrible because it's some sort of fucking TikTok stream. And how old was Wilbur Soot when this was happening? Mid-20s. Can you hear that? Oh my god, dude. There's a child walking down the street, dude. Okay, can you hear it or not? Can I keep going? It's very loud. It's like so fucking loud. It's piercing my ears.
You freak. I'm sorry, that's so should not be normalised. It is fucking weird. Wait, did they legitimately try to go for me? They didn't try, they fucking did. They physically fucking mentally did. Like, this wasn't a try. He didn't attempt. He fucking did, bitch. Like, oh god, people don't know how bad it is. People don't know how bad it is, and I can't say anything because people will fucking tear me to bits. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I know what you've done. You know what you've done.
What was that?
I've had this conversation. This is the last conversation I had with him. I said, you know what you've done. And he said, yeah, but you're of age. I said, oh, so that makes it okay. As if you didn't know me before. As if you didn't know me when I was 17.
Oh my, okay. So the grooming argument, I guess, is that they had sexual relations. That they had sexual relations when she was of age, i.e. 18 plus, but they knew each other before that. Well, that could potentially be a problem. It's going to depend on what that communication looks like. Like if he's like saying, you know, if there's message of him going, oh, I can't wait until you're 18 and I can smash your back doors in, right? Maybe there's something in that, but on its face, I wouldn't necessarily call that grooming, because grooming requires a certain type of behavior. It's about preparing them for a certain act, normally some sort of sexual behavior. So, I don't know, dude. I'm a bit... Also, okay, bro, this starts to get a bit difficult for me, okay? Because you don't want to sound like a nonce, right? But I think the level of behavior needed to groom, like, a 13-year-old versus a 17-year-old, like, you'd need to, like, how do I put this without sounding... Because someone else say it for me. You know what I'm trying to say, right? You know what I'm getting at? I think that, like, a 17-year-old is... Okay, I can't say it. I can't say it, dude. I can't say it, bro. I can't say it. Like, a 17-year-old is obviously older and they've got more experience. It doesn't mean definitively that it's right to have a relationship or something with them, right? But that being said, I'd find it harder to believe on its face that a 17-year-old was groomed than if a 13-year-old was groomed. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I think I've said that in an okay way now. I think that's okay. Because there's a big gap in terms of knowledge there that a predator could prey upon in order to, you know, engage in grooming more effectively. That is the point I'm trying to make. So you're essentially a pedophile. Okay, dude.
And he was... Oh my god, no, stop, because you're making me feel like it's so much worse than it... I'm not saying it's worse than it is really bad. But when I'm so used to sitting with it and going, oh, it's fine. But hearing and seeing these comments going, that's fucking crazy. It's like, I'm like, oh my god, wait, no. Oh my god, wait. Stop. This is why I can't talk about it, because I feel like I'm kicking up a stink, and I'm like, oh no.
And then beyond that as well, it's like, well, what did he do? What did he say to you before you were 18? As long as he's not a tremendously older age. Like, what happened there?
Off depressed people.
How old is he?
Chud is saying to groom a 17-year-old you have to try harder.
Correct. Indeed. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, sure, if you want to frame it like that, yeah. You know, that's like expert level. That's expert level grooming.
No, but I must overcome that though, because it is crazy. You can't do that. It's just hanging out. And I dropped the bomb on him. I was like, bitch, you can't be in my life anymore. Like, that's fucked up. I've told you multiple times how this makes me feel, and you still managed to manipulate me and do it again. It's done. You're out of my life. You're cut out. And he's like, I'm so sorry, and like, but I love you. And like, and I was like, what the hell are you saying? Why are you telling me you love me? Like, you, what? You're a grown man. And I'm like, what? Don't tell me what? He's like, yeah, but I love you, and like, I'll never stop thinking about you. And like, I'll carry a piece of you with me wherever I go. And now when oh my god, now when I listen to it back, I'm like, bro, you are such a pussy. Like, cringe, embarrassing.
What? I mean, yeah, he sounds a bit like cringe, I guess, but like I thought this was like an allegation of grooming. And we're talking about him being cringe and embarrassing. Okay, well, what about the grooming part? Can you maybe elaborate a bit on that? What behavior did he engage in when you were 17 that was planting seeds that he capitalized upon to prepare you for a sex act when you were 18? I mean, you know, this just feels like spilling the tea rather than an actual substantive allegation.
Embarrassing. I love you, Wilbur. Yeah, exactly. He's like, I hate saying like things like I love you and like being intimate with people and like be like, you're my best friend, I love you. And I was like, I said, oh. We were sitting in the tour bus, and we were sat on the sofa, and we were just yapping. And a guy comes in, he was like a new part of the crew, and he was a little bit weird, and like he made me feel a bit uncomfortable. He was making me feel a little uncomfortable. And I was looking at him, and I was like, so I looked back, I can't even know how to say his name, bruh. I looked back at Mr. Someone said Mr. Tall, that makes me laugh anyway. So I looked back at Mr. And I was like, you know, I just like was giving him, I was like, it's kind of a bit kind of weird, but like, yeah, whatever. And he was just like death staring this guy. Mr. Evil, that's hilarious. He was like death staring this guy, death staring. And he was like, so the, or whatever. And then the guy was like, okay, I'm gonna go down, so left the room. And then Mr. was like,
what, dude? What? Oh my god, dude. How is this going down in the Minecraft community? Is this actually being picked up or not? This is like such a bizarre and absurd stream of consciousness. It's just so erratic. It's like I thought we were talking about Wilbur Soot grooming, and now you're talking about some other seemingly unrelated story.
are you okay? Like, that guy was so fucking, he was super fucking weird. He was like, I feel like he was like trying to like flirt with you or like move to you or something. That's really fucking weird. He was like, I've gone into like protective mode. Like, okay, Aaron, calm down. Mr. Trump is crazy. Facts, but this is crazy. And he was like, no, because I want to protective mode. Like, I'm going to protect you. Like, I'm not going to let someone make you feel weird. Or like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my god, like, yeah. Looking back on it, bruh, you should have taken yourself out. You actually should have taken yourself out.
What was that?
Like, no, because I want to protective mode. Like, I'm going to protect you. Like, I'm not going to let someone make you feel weird. Or like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my god, like, yeah. Looking back on it.
What? Dude, these fucking people, dude. The way they act is just unnatural. It's unnatural to me. Girl. Fucking hell, man.
Bruh, you should have taken yourself out. You actually should have taken yourself out, little bitch, because you...
This just sounds like Katie Bugs V2.
It does, unfortunately, yeah. Dude, what was the other rape allegation against him? I can't remember what that was. He didn't respond to it, though, I'm pretty sure. Okay. But I'm trying to find tweets about it and stuff. Wilbur Soot was apparently trending. Okay. Wilbur Soot is trending for grooming. Right, I see. Okay. Got it. Okay.
This guy only was, like, talking to me. You physically... Don't even pretend, like, that night... Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This fucking guy. The projecting. Yeah, like... Yeah. And he always used to say to me, he was like, I always feel so protective of you, like... Oh my god, do you know what else is fucking really fucking weird? I've actually realised. It would chop and change, but like every now and then he'd be like, no, like, you're like my little sister. Like, I love you like a little sister.
Oh, look, hey! Let's go! Dude, I now remember what my take was last year when this happened. Because it's right, dude, it's my take. I found my own take. Wilbur Soot getting cancelled without any evidence being provided is insane and wrong, but also he's just letting it happen. Guys that are accused of stuff like this have got to stand up for themselves, even just a little bit. Going radio silent is just sealing your fate. Yes, exactly. Yes, that was it, because she didn't... Obviously, some of it she couldn't provide evidence for, but she had nothing. Shelby had nothing. Not even any messages of her talking about this behaviour. She just said a bunch of shit. But then Wilbur Soot was very weak and he didn't really meaningfully respond to any of it. He was just like... He just took it. I was so correct. Dude, I can't remember what I said at the time exactly, okay? I'm not doing a Ludwig. I'm not reacting to myself exactly, okay? Let's just... But yeah, he had to do something, you know? And that's why George Not Found did such a good job of responding to the actual allegations in a very substantive way that did have an impact in shifting the narrative about it, because he had good stuff to back himself up, you know? But Wilbur Soot just kind of put out a statement and just took it. And that's fine if that's what you want to do, but you're forever going to be labelled as the worst things you're being called, you know? And there wasn't any evidence. There was no evidence. There was nothing. Literally nothing that could... There was not even a single screenshot that was presented by Shubble to back up her case. And yes, some of it happened in real life. If someone bites someone, it's a he said, she said. But to not have a single message... Like, think about this, right? Think about it like this. If you...
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
POV, you're mentally ill. Mixed race single mother is about to drown you in the bathtub because you remind her too much of your derelict father who you've never met.
Okay, Dave. Thank you, Stylo, for the 333. if you had a bad sexual night with someone, it wasn't assault, it wasn't rape, it wasn't anything like that, but you had a bad experience, how many people would you tell about it? Right? If you're a woman particularly, maybe not for a man necessarily, but with a woman, how many people would you go and tell about it? Like, women like to gossip, women like to natter, women like to talk, okay? And so if these things happen, there will tend to be a raft of messages of you reaching out to other people talking about it. Now, obviously that's not definitive, but it at least demonstrates that something happened at the time that led you to send those messages. So I would normally expect that you would have, you know, some sort of messages that would enable us to understand, well, at the time you sent these messages, that suggests that there's something that happened. But in a lot of these cases, they don't even have that. They just say shit happened. And it's like, well, it's literally the worst possible form of, like, evidence you could hope for is just you saying shit happened without anything to back it up, you know? And that's why it was so frustrating and disappointing when people hand waved away the Mama Max allegations when they first dropped. Because the first person that spoke up had evidence of going to the police for harassment. They had evidence of messages that Mama Max had sent to her that he agreed he'd sent. She made claims about Facebook posts being sent of him cutting himself, which was backed up by him saying it happened, presumably because there was proof somewhere. And it's like it got hand waved away. And then that's frustrating that doesn't get taken seriously. And then someone can just come forward and say a bunch of shit, and it's like, yep, that happened. No more information required. Very frustrating.
I don't know what you think. I don't know what your relationship is with your sister. But if you're doing this to your sister, I call incest. I call something funky. There's no, and these are the little things I would catch him saying and doing that I would clock. This is what I mean. These are the kind of...
Wait, what? What? Incest? Huh? Is she saying Wilbur Soot fucked his sister?
Yeah, like, yeah. And he always used to say to me, he was like, I always feel so protective of you, like, oh my god, do you know what else is really fucking weird? I've actually realised. It would chop and change, but like every now and then he'd be like, no, like, you're like my little sister. Like, I love you like a little sister. I don't know what you think. I don't know what your relationship is with your sister. But if you're doing this to your sister, I call incest. I call something funky.
Okay, so she's saying that he said to her, you're like my little sister, and then they had sex. And you know, she's not saying it's incest exactly, but she's saying that that is indicative of some sort of, like, incest-like concept that you're engaging with. Which I don't really buy that. Like, obviously it's weird. It's weird, maybe, but, like, I don't think it's indicative, like, you know. Maybe, okay, if this is true, which I'm not accepting anyway, but if this is true, this is, like, manipulative, okay? In terms of you're saying to a woman, oh, you don't need to worry about me. You're like my little sister, right? And if you actually have some sort of latent sexual attraction there, then I think that there's an argument that potentially you're being a bit manipulative to try and make them kind of disarm themselves around you. That's the absolute worst that I could say about it, right? Everyone knows you're like a brother to me. Yeah, but the point is, that statement is meant to suggest that there's some sort of connection that you have that is not of sexual or romantic in nature. Right? So, if you say to someone, my connection to you is not sexual or romantic in nature, and you then go to have sex with them, either something has changed in the relationship, or you said that to disarm them, to enable you to get closer to them to then have sex with them. Is it, like, you know, assault? Not no. It's just potentially manipulative, right? But I don't know if I'd call that grooming. I'm not sure if I would call that grooming necessarily. And the incest thing is just a retarded point. I mean, you know, it's a conceptual thing. It's not like literally you are my flesh and blood.
There's no, and these are the little things I would catch him saying and doing that I would clock. This is what I mean. These are the kind of things I would clock and hear and see. Then I go, well, that doesn't add up, and that's kind of weird. Why would you say that? It would make me sit and think on it, and that's how I knew. I was like, this. Did you date? No. But you would have fucking thought. If you, do you know what annoys me? Because no one saw. No, they kind of did though. Like, everyone knew what was happening. They didn't. You would have fucking thought we were dating, which is crazy. Crazy. Not hurt me as much as he already has. But yeah, no, I was going in there every night. Everybody knew. Nobody said anything. Nobody had a problem with it, which I thought was so fucking strange. But that just goes to show the environment, in that no one will say anything, and like no one will whistle blow, or like, and this is why I.
Okay, I think I'll throw this up here. So this is the person that put this together. Dude, oh my god, dude, this person has gone all in. Okay. Maybe we're a bit soon to this, but we'll just go through this now anyway. I watched Hey I'm Rue's vlog about the Lovejoy Brighton concert. Based on the Google results, it took place on 29th of... Dude, what the fuck, dude? It took place on September 29th, 2023. That would give it a 5-month gap before she claims that she's Wilbur's victim. Now I know that a lot could happen in 5 months, but it's still odd. She has a Lovejoy... Dude, this is insane, bro. She has a Lovejoy sticker on her laptop, went to their sound check and concert, and then went backstage to hang out with them. I find it strange that you would hang out with your abuser and his band. I see. Okay. Got it. I see. But Arson, she might have just been friends with his bandmates. She wasn't even hanging out with them in the vlog. True, but around September 2023, she did post pictures with him as seen here. So this is after the alleged assault? Am I understanding this correctly? This is after the alleged assault that they're hanging out together and taking these sorts of pictures. I mean, you know, we're introducing some skepticism here, I think. Like, maybe, possibly, maybe there's an argument of somewhere that she did this because victims aren't perfect or something. But I don't know, dude. This seems like pretty wild that you would want pictures like this with someone that you're now claiming groomed and abused you. I'm not sold on that personally. The only thing that I could think is that Shelby coming forward made her recontextualize the relationship after the fact. That's the only thing that I can think here, because it doesn't stack up that the incident happens, these sorts of pictures are being taken, and then you were saying that you were abused by them before. That's a man, isn't it? Apparently, Rue was taking care of Wilbur's plushies 4 months before the allegations in February. If he was abusing you, then why are you showing off that you're taking care of his things? Rue looking after Wilbur's plushie called Pumpkin because he's been touring and doesn't want it to get sad. I love them. Okay. Dude, what is this, bro? Tweet above was dated October 14th, 2023. Lovejoy had a few concerts in England in November, but December was all in the US. When would he have had the time to abuse her if he was busy on tour? If he abused Rue before this time, then why was she still hanging out with him? Okay, so the timeline's a bit iffy there. Maybe there was something. But if he's, if he's in the US, that seems impossible, doesn't it? God, this is fucking crazy detail. Jesus. This is why abuse victims don't talk about their abuse. Holy shit. Unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, if we do not have anything substantive to go off, I think it's reasonable to scrutinize behavior in order to assess, in order to assess whether or not we think it's the story stacks up, essentially. So I'm a bit iffy on the timelines here. I don't know the actual timelines as they exist. I'm taking this as kind of read, some of the narrativization in this thread. But I would say that if this apparent abuse happened before they were hanging out there, it does call into question some of their story. Okay, that's what I go with for now. It's not that crazy to think that if someone is hurting you, then you distance yourself from them. If this was in 2022, then I wouldn't be looking at this. However, since it was only a few months before Shovel came out about it, and he was on tour for most of it, it's sus. Okay. So, the question I've got is, does she say the date this abuse apparently occurred or not? So, we need a bit more info from her, I think. I'll follow you back, though, because that is actually quite a good, that's quite a good laying out of it, I think. Even if it doesn't make it clear for me exactly on the timeline.
I've tried to express that it's so bad. It's so normalized and so horrifically bad. Like, the bar is so low and everyone is so delusional that you could tell people this on Twitter and they go, yeah, but no. And it's like, wow, this is really upsetting, actually. Yeah, no, it was really bad. I was really being taken advantage of really horribly. And, like, just fucking groomed and, like, mentally fucking abused.
Oh!
At the end, there's
Team U, watch
a
out!
double bed and like a door with a door, like these little cab coffin things. If you don't know what like the inside side of like a sleeper tour bus looks like, search up. It's like these coffins on top of it. They've got curtains that shut, but at the end there's double bed with a door, like a room. That's where he was staying, and that's where I was staying. That's where the both of us were sleeping and staying. So everyone else had their separate little things, and for some reason I was in there with him. Everyone could see me go in there every night.
How old was she at this point? Maybe it's a product of these being clips, but I still don't have an understanding of how old she is at the time, how old he is. It's all very scattered. But there's, dude, I'm being cautious. I don't want to smear someone, excessively, unnecessarily. But yeah, I need a bit more from this. I need a bit more. Why is she giggling from a traumatic memory? Well, okay, let's not be okay. Yeah, look, it introduces skepticism, but that's not, it's like sometimes women will describe things in ways that don't come across as genuine because they're not like in tears, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can conclude. Okay, let's listen more.
Hi, this is insane. Yeah, everyone could see me go, oh my god, bro, there's 100 people here, bro. For fuck's sake. This is horrible, but I'm gonna live my life. This happened to you?
Chud laughs at people blowing their brains out. People react to traumatic things differently. Yeah, exactly.
It's true. But yeah, no, we were like.
So that there, laughing about the number of viewers that you've got, the idea there's many people there, like that is a big warning sign for me. Like, why would that, like, that comes across more like, oh, I can't believe I'm spilling the hot goss to so many people. Oh my goodness. And it's like, that doesn't really stack up if you genuinely are perceiving this as some sort of egregious experience. That seems like very unusual behavior. Oh, looks like we've got 100 people here. Let me give you the hot goss of getting filled up by Wilbur Soot.
Yeah, we get to the point, like, I'd go to his every night. There was one point where I stayed at his house for a week straight. It was a week straight I stayed there. And I mean, this was normal. Like, I'd stay there every night and stay till like 8 a.m. and then go home. But like this time I didn't go home. Like, I just was staying there for a week straight. And I didn't... I was just chilling at his, like, literally for a week straight. And it was like, I was just like this little at-home, like, fucking wife. Like, he'd go out to work and then come, like, go to the studio and then come back home. And I'd just be there and I was like, hey, like...
oh my god, dude, what was that?
Studio and then come back home. And I'd just be there and I was like, hey, like...
Dude, what was that? Oh! The face of a rape victim. The face of a grooming victim. No, dude. This is bro. There's way too many holes in the story. But come on, let's be fair. But I am increasingly skeptical of what I'm being presented here. Okay, I'm not. We're starting to gape the imagination. Let's put it that way.
When we were just chilling, like, yeah, no, it was fucked up. But yeah, no, we were sleeping in the same bed every night.
What? Sleeping in the same bed every night? What? Sounds like some sort of fling or something to me. You do not sleep repeatedly in the same bed with someone without some sort of fling aspect or behavior happening there. That just doesn't happen.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how
Unless
do
you're
I
like
make
two women
money
or
off
something,
depressed
right?
people?
And even
This
then,
face looks very familiar to some of the faces I saw entering a special needs school.
thank you for the super chat. And even then, okay, there might be a bit of les action happening, okay? Might be a bit of scissoring going on.
There's stuff I just don't feel like I can actually say.
I bet she will.
It doesn't dictate my life. It doesn't rule.
Oh, wait, hang on. There's another piece of supplementary evidence that I forgot to show.
Hello, my peoples. Oh shit!
Supplementary evidence
I have just
submitted to the
woken up.
courts of rate
Today,
review.
Lovejoy have come to Brighton on their tour to play a show. So, I'm gonna take you with me to get ready for the day. I'm gonna do some skincare to...
So for those of you that don't know, Lovejoy is Wilbur Soot's band. So, on around this time, I think the timeline matches up for the concert then. So, she is going to Wilbur Soot's band's event. And so either the abuse happened between this having happened and her making the allegation late February, or, which, you know, we'd need to try and find a time frame within which would have happened, because apparently he was touring around globally at that point, right? Or the abuse happened before this.
Okay, that's wonderful.
And if that's the case,
But
the
how do I
question
make
is,
money off depressed
why is she
people?
going to the event
Eyes are
then?
wide enough apart to look a bit like Sid from Ice Age.
Thank you for the $5.
prep myself. So, I'm gonna...
I did not add the fire alarm chirp. That you can't make it up, dude. You cannot make this shit up, bro. The day that black people find out about 9-volt batteries, we're going to move forward as a society together, okay?
Take you with me to get ready for the day. I'm gonna do some skincare to prep my skin for the day. I don't know. I'm just gonna do some skincare.
Okay, this isn't really
I had to
relevant.
wash my hair.
I don't really care about this.
It's because I feel like I need to know the description of Superdrug. The shower.
Okay.
So
Got out of the shower.
you can order it online.
Don't really care about
I think
this.
maybe this is the one. For shoes, it'll either be these or these. Oh, these kind of slay. Just change up the angle real quick.
What are those boots?
For earrings, I'm gonna wear these.
By the way, obviously, don't... Okay, please strike from the record any analysis based on the boots. That it's not to do with the boots she's wearing. She can wear what she wants, okay? It doesn't matter what a woman's wearing, okay? It's just so funny. It's like trainers, or sneakers as you would call them, or these massive white high boots. What the fuck?
Just chunky silver hoops. I just got a message from Tommy. What is it? What is this? I don't have my glasses. I can't read. And it's sideways. I can't read. Okay, so for jewellery, I have these big chunky silver hoops. hoops, my rings, chunky silver rings, and then a little silver skull necklace for my necklace. So this is the vibe. This is the vibe we're going on. I forgot to film it because I'm like rushing around trying to get ready to go. But I've done my makeup.
Listen, young women's fashion is not really my remit, so I'll leave you to comment as you wish on that, okay?
I've got my outfit. All I need to do is leave, so let's leave because I'm going to be late for sound check otherwise. I was just at Churchill Square because I had to buy a couple of things before the show. Bye, Mum.
Okay, the terms have changed. We have decided that we're cancelling Wilbur Soot, a glorious white Englishman, for cream pieing a Caribbean woman. His race mixing will not go fucking unpunished, okay? Dude.
On my way to the Dome, which is where the show is being played. So, just walking. And yeah, almost there, almost there. Made it in the venue.
What? Okay, what is this? Who are they? Who are all those dudes?
Almost there, almost there.
Oh my god, dude. These are the kinds of people that are at Tommy Innit shows as well, isn't it? You know, it's like a sort of autistic, nerdy, like, you know, late teens, early 20s kind of individual. What the fuck? Who is this? Who the fuck is this guy? Who's this fellow here?
Made it in the venue. I got some bracelets from some of you though, so thank you.
So where's Wilbur? Which one's Wilbur? Is that the... Thank you for the $2. The rest of the special needs students. Okay, well I don't really care about this. This is another band, I guess. Is this the main event? Okay, I mean, dude. I'm sure they're in a lovely time, okay, but we're not really here for this. There he is. That's Wilbur Soot there. There we go. I recognise him. Target acquired. Miscegenation criminal has been targeted. She's gone backstage.
Money off depressed people.
Yo Boy Fargoth became a member. Yo Boy Fargoth celebrates 2 months of membership. Salman Abedi could have went with Lovejoy and not Ariana Grande SMH.
Thank you for the super chats.
That's a shame, I really liked. What was her name? What? Oh. Melanie.
Backstage blowjobs.
I really like Melanie. It's a bazooka. I'm in shock. See, you've got 2, that's all right.
So, I mean, just going backstage, Wilbur Soot could have raped, but I don't necessarily, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's like, maybe there's an argument she goes backstage anyway, like women, and maybe we're willing to overlook that to some degree. I don't know. I need to see her interact with Wilbur Soot. That's what I need to see.
Twix for the masses.
You want a Twix, mate? No? You want a Snickers? Alright.
What the fuck is this thing?
Alright, mate.
That's what happens in backstage. Don't worry about it, darling.
Dude, this is so stupid. What even is going on here?
Like that.
This just reminds me of why I never hang out with women. Okay? This is what it's like. Wait, she didn't wear the boots. Look. She wore the sneakers instead. She decided against the boots. Not that it really means anything, but anyway.
I swear, it's coming from a good place. I swear. Oh.
Don't worry,
Don't worry about it. Bye, guys.
That's the kind of situation where, to mix things up a bit, you'd kind of, you know, come to the group and you'd say something egregiously racist to shake things up a bit. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Take 5.
Oh wait, I'm dot. There we go.
That's what that. Action! Sorry, let me just scoop. Action! Okay. And how it was.
It's not funny. It's just like, I'm watching this to try and find out what this person's fucking deal is. And it's like, it's just, you know, an extended cut of terrible woman humour.
There's a lot of bad things that have happened on this earth, and we're here to talk about them seriously.
Yeah, say it so aggressively. Action! You look like you got it.
Okay, we'll skip through this part.
Which is a bit discriminatory. If you ask.
And his 2 other friends, will they be allowed?
Dude. Does she even interact with Wilbur Soot? Okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny, isn't it?
Do you want a hand?
That's kind of funny. That's like just some antics, isn't it? I'm getting into it. I'm getting into it, guys. I'm getting into it.
Yeah, you gotta do it now.
There's an arm.
Fine. What a drink! Let's go. Let's go.
Am I in the vlog?
Yeah, you are.
Homosexual detected.
Hello.
Guys, please, this man just came.
I just ejaculated.
I don't regret anything.
Well, that fucking sucked and was totally worthless in terms of understanding what happened. Yeah, I don't know if going backstage is enough. I guess these pictures are probably more damning for her story, if we accept the timeline. Well, no, hang on, wait, no, whoa, hang on. When was this from? The posting pictures here. They're friends here in September. But the only thing we've got in terms of this is her going backstage. Right, okay. Okay, the backstage thing isn't that convincing. I'm not completely convinced by that. The pictures together, more so. Let's see what else this fucking individual's got to say.
And come, like, go to the studio and then come back home. And I'll just be there. And I was like, hey, like, and we were just chilling. Like, yeah, no, it was fucked up. But yeah, no, we were sleeping in the same bed every night. There's stuff I just don't feel like I can actually say. The fact that you guys are saying, going like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's not even the half of it. Oh my god, it's so bad. Best little sister in the fucking world. This is what you gotta do for your older brothers, bro. But it wasn't, okay, guys, I'm gonna have to do this in like code because I don't think I can physically say it, otherwise I might vomit. We weren't, put it this way, we were not on other sides of the bed. There was no divider. Put it.
What? What is even happening now? Where's the grooming? Where's the rape? Where's the assault? Like, obviously, yeah, you're sleeping in the same bed together repeatedly. Obviously, there's some sort of sexual interest there.
There's way. Okay? Okay? The coping jokes are crazy, I know. This is how I do it. Because then it makes it seem less serious. I'm like,
Bro, come on, dude. The coping joke. We're in bed together. Ooh, there wasn't a divider. I'm coping about being raped. Give me a fucking break with this shit, dude. I don't know where the line is on this. I can definitely understand
Okay, that's
a level
wonderful.
of coping
But how do I
jokes,
make
but this does
money
not fall
off
within that
depressed people?
boundary for
Your
me.
Honor, we slept in the same bed with no divider. Clearly it was rape.
It's this absurd, concept that trauma and stuff can explain any behavior. And I think that this is now played upon. I think that these women, right, they utilize that excuse to rationalize any behavior, even behavior that goes on beyond the bounds of what we would consider reasonable as a response, I don't think we can just accept any behavior as being a product of some sort of trauma response to being raped, because otherwise, how do you possibly assess, like, whether or not someone's actions is aligning at least somewhat with them having been assaulted? Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, people don't like that, but it's just...
Okay, that's wonderful.
Well, what are you supposed to
But how
do
do
then?
I
Well, we
make
can't
money
question someone. We
off
can't
depressed
even
people?
consider whether or not it's relevant.
Because we slept in the same bed for 100.
Thank you for the super chats. Well, no, her claim is they met when she was 17, but the sexual relations occurred when she was of age. That's how she described it.
I can kind of joke about it, and then it's funny and it's not real, and it's like I actually think I'm gonna vomit. But yeah, no. So even in the hotels we were sharing, the same bed, and being very close. Yeah, no, cuddling was big. That was a hit. That was a fan favorite. Yeah, every single fucking night.
So you were cuddling together? Okay. So what is the issue exactly here? Who fucking knows, dude? Who fucking knows what the issue even is here with this? We're getting to it.
How did no one around him say anything? Like, bruh, I'm not being funny. If you're friends with a weirdo, you're also a weirdo. That's why I didn't say anything, because they're just as bad.
Well, what an incredible standard. If you're friends with a weirdo, you're also a weirdo. Wow, incredible. Literal just guilt by association over a very abstract concept. Love to hear that.
Leg over.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
I don't get it. Is she saying it was rape because she is retarded and thus could not consent? Look at face. That is not a normal person.
I think she's saying that because they met when she was 17, it's grooming, I think.
I'm not being funny. If you're friends with a weirdo, you're also a weirdo. That's why I didn't say anything, because they're just as bad. Leg over. I'm talking like the real biz niz.
Leg over, okay.
That's wonderful.
But also I knew
But how
him
do
before I
make
was
money
18. I mean,
off
it's like...
depressed people?
We
Right.
don't like cuddlers.
Yes, thank you for the super chat. So yes, this entire... Okay. So the age of consent in the UK is 16. Now, that being said, there is a social aspect to it too, where if someone was, 30 and they were dating a 16-year-old, you would get called a nonce and people would socially pressure you over that dynamic because it would be considered, an unusual sort of situation because someone that's 16 is still in school, essentially, right? Wrong. Only virgins and fathers agree with you. Dude, Dickers is leaning into the fucking nonce meme. Good to see. Very brave. No, I think that, I've anyone that has been in a social dynamic in the UK understands that would be considered like, okay, like why are you, as someone that's working full time, dating someone that's fucking 16? Anyway, so there is probably maybe a cultural aspect to it I guess, where the age of consent is 16, but it doesn't really mean anything in terms of how it's like engaged with or practiced, I should say. I don't know how to say it exactly. But anyway, this person being 17 when they met, I don't think really changes anything unless he engaged in certain behavior, which we'd need to see some evidence of. Like, you know, it's a bit like, who's the guy? What's his name? What's the guy's name? Drake. It's like with Drake, the other person came forward and said that they were being like weird about relationship stuff and shit like that. Now they were younger, but if there was something like that, if it was like, you know, I can't wait till you're 18, I'm going to smash your back doors in, something like that, you know, sending them pornography, whatever, maybe there's an argument there. But without that, and it's just he was 17 when we met, without knowledge of that interaction, I find it difficult to conclude on its face that it's grooming. So if the argument is we met when we were 17 and then later on we slept together when we were 18, I find it hard to accept that's grooming unless there was like some sort of insane age difference. See what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at this.
Anyway, I'm guessing you aren't in contact with any of these people anymore. No! Fuck no. And you know what's crazy? Even more crazy. His excuse, and he would get really like handsy-feely. Multiple times had he grabbed the yayas.
Oh my god. I mean, if you're cuddling, and that's the dynamic, like, dude, yeah. Like, it doesn't mean you've got an absolute right to do whatever you want. But it is often, like, you know, an indication that there's something there. I mean, it depends. It depends on what's happening. You know, this is where this kind of new age conversation about asking at each stage of the fucking dynamic of like, can I do this? 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 Right? Like, there's certain body language. It's all about, you know, it's the body language. It's the body language. The body language is going to indicate what's going on. Like, you know, if he was to try and do that and certain body language was exhibited, well, that would be, okay, back off.
Okay,
right?
that's wonderful.
Or other types of
But
body
how do I
language
make
would be,
money
okay,
off depressed people?
she's into this, continue. Like, the reality is you don't fucking go, right, can I cuddle you? Yes. Can I move my hand to your hip? Yes. Can I move my hand up your side? Yes. Can I move my hand to your breast? Yes. That's not how it works, you know? There's no fucking way, no matter how much you have fucking affirmative consent, that every step of the dynamic is fucking agreed ahead of time. There's going to be an element of assessing based on body language what's going on, right? Can I stroke your hair? Okay, anyway. So, without knowing more context to that and what's going on there, it could be that there was a platonic cuddle happening and he made a move that wasn't acceptable, right? But then that would rely on some resistance or some sort of like, no, don't do that or something. And without knowing the more intimate details, it's very difficult to assess this. So, yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm not really seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
And the buns, yeah, for real. Oh my god, I want to kill myself. I'm being so serious, guys. Guys, I'm laughing because I just can't even believe it. Oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Yeah. And his excuse would be like, oh, like I'm just taking loads of melatonin, it makes me really loopy. Oh my god. And then there was also one night, oh guys, you're about to be so blown away. Well, not like blown, but I can't get any more blowing away, like this is crazy. And then one night, oh my fucking god, no, it's so bad. Oh my god, it's so bad. There was one night where like we were like asleep. I was like half asleep. I'm guessing he was half asleep as well. And he kissed me. on the lips. And then, but he was like half asleep, and I was like,
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does "rrr" mean, bro? What does that even mean? What is going on here? Okay. So, it sounds like there was some dynamic there and he was leaning into it and you didn't seem to have much resistance to that. Okay. And you're cuddling in the midst of this? Dude, this is deranged.
and, but like, I honestly, do you know what fucks me up to this day? Is that I, just wait, guys, just wait. Do you know what fucks me up to this day? I genuinely don't, with that, I genuinely don't. I'm like, was he actually asleep? And that's fucking crazy because, come on, like, don't be so fucking naive and stupid. Like, no one, he doesn't awake, like, grab you, fill you up like that. And then asleep. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Even if you were, like, why are you putting me in a situation where you know that's possible? If you know that's a thing.
Okay, dude. Right. Right. I mean, what?
Like, he'd go out to work.
So people are believing that, people are accepting this as having happened based purely on this testimony alone. Like, it takes two to tango. If you were a minor, it'd be obviously a very different fucking story. So yeah. And how did she frame this when she talked about this originally? It was kind of like, you know, quite a strong allegation, I think. Let's have a look. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. This is it here. Does she give any dates? Does she give any specifics? When did this incident happen? When was she staying at his place? No. Yeah, no, that is right. She's completely riding on the fact that he knew her when she was 17. That is the only thing about this. That is the only thing about this that is of any meaning or any substance, okay? I want to clarify, I'm a direct victim of Will and his disgusting behaviours. It has really affected me. I will speak on it in more detail when I'm ready to. There is so much to be said. I need to gather my thoughts and feelings first because right now they're flying everywhere. What behaviours? What sounds like a consensual interaction that we have to contextualise as bad because he knew you when you were 17, but there's no indication that he did anything when you were 17, not even inappropriately messaged you. And there's certainly no fucking evidence that's been provided. Yeah, this seems like fucking nonsense to me. Where'd you get the screenshot? My Discord. My Discord. It's in my Discord. I think you can access it if I provide the link. If you're in my Discord, I think. But yeah, no, this is this is the allegation, I guess. And we just heard it. Right, this is insane. What is there? What is there that we would call... What has even happened that we would even need to know about? There's nothing. There's nothing here of any meaning, any substance, of any concern even. Very cringe. Very cringe. Anything else on this? I'm not buying it. I think this is fucking ridiculous. Any posts about this so we can get a sort of temperature check on what people were saying about it? Wilbur Soot. Wilbur Soot. Oh, okay. Oh, I think this is the same person that posted it on my Discord. They posted it to Larix's subreddit. Okay. I think we've seen all of this already. 3rd from August 2024. And what is this? Oh, it's just people responding to you. Yeah, I'm not really... Yeah. Retarded Chan shitting on me. People shitting on them. Yeah, I think Arsene is getting some unnecessary heat from the looks of it. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, dude, this is fucking dumb. I don't see anything here of any substance, of any meaningful concern. This just seems like total bullshit as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, there we go. That's that.